Pearl is a prequel film directed by Ty West and starring Mia Goth, returning as the younger version of the killer from this year's horror film X, where she played dual roles. Made back-to-back with each other, the concept is what you usually see when there was a cool, gritty 70s horror film, and then decades later someone makes a prequel to it. But usually in that case, it'll turn out to be not so great, only here, they cracked the formula. It's made right after the first one by the same director and released only mere months later. So this movie is really damn good. Set in 1918 during the Spanish flu, Pearl's husband Howard is off to war, so she is stuck on her farm with her ill father and dictator of a mother who is like Auntie M crossed with Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS. Pearl dreams of getting off of this farm and one day becoming a star, and kind of like how X dealt with the innovations being done with the porn industry in the 70s, this one touches briefly on the concept of early 20th century European stag films. It makes a great pairing with X, of course, because you can see how much Pearl saw herself in the porn star character Maxine. Also, like in X, in this movie, Pearl wants to get laid hard. Repressed and frustrated with her husband being gone, she catches the eye of a projectionist and even goes so far as to make sweet love with a scarecrow in one scene. The movie definitely works as a prequel, since all of this makes perfect sense as to how she became what she was in the other film. But also, of course, you notice all of the same locations, and even some of the kill spots from X. But it would still absolutely work even if you haven't seen X. One of the benefits of that is that if you have seen X, you more or less know where the story is gonna end up here. But with that being said, the movie ends on one of the best ending shots since Caligula. The movie really shows Ty West's versatility as a director, with X perfectly capturing that early 70s almost docu-like feeling of something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, whereas here, no, it's completely different. The movie is shot like an old Hollywood Technicolor family film. Sometimes it feels like it's this close to becoming a musical. And it isn't just that it's shot this way, but the musical score perfectly captures that era, same with the editing. Some of the acting is even a throwback to some old Hollywood acting too, but what it does incredibly well is that it recreates all of these techniques without turning into self-parody or mocking it. The movie begins like it's a classic Disney film or The Wizard of Oz, but as a character study of a woman going insane over the course of it. Really, the movie makes a good double feature too with the 1980 Carrie Snodgrass film The Attic. Just imagine that as a Disney movie released from the vault. That's another thing that the movie does great, which is that it doesn't just do the plot of X again, but as a prequel, where they would have like another group of traveling young people end up at the farm, only it's 1918. No, it doesn't do that at all. It's not even a slasher film. It's more of a Turner Classic Movie thriller with extra blood in some scenes. The movie is filled with plenty of standout performances. Mia Goth also shows her range as an actress, playing this character who is radically different from Maxine in X, but also almost like an alternate universe version of her. She's got a monologue in this where you are terrified and hanging on to every single word, and goddamn she needs to win some awards for this. This is one of, if not the best performance I've seen so far this year. She is great at playing this character who is sad, psychotic, murderous, yet you kinda get what led up to all of this and even have a little bit of empathy for her. One of my other favorite performances in this, though, is her paralyzed father, played by Matthew Sunderland. This dude doesn't say a word in the film and can't even move, but he gives one hell of a performance here by just acting with his eyes alone. He is 100% believable, and goddamn, do you feel sorry for this poor bastard the more the movie goes on. If the movie makes any missteps, it's that some of the Spanish flu stuff kinda winks a little too hard at making parallels between that and COVID. Really, all of that stuff doesn't serve the plot much. And they do such a good job of making this look and feel like something from 60 or 70 years ago. But when they do some of these parallels, that's when I'm taken out and reminded, oh yeah, it's written in 2020. But still, between this and X, these are two of the best horror films of the year. And I certainly can't wait for Maxine, the upcoming third movie in the series. I'll give it an A-. If you dug X, you'll really like this. And if you were only so-so on X, you may even like this one better. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our reviews from earlier in the week on Life Mark and Clerks 3, plus the Cinema Snob episode on Catch Us If You Can, and we'll see you next time.